A long time ago, in a small village, something happened that forced the entire village to live in fear. At first, the village was completely normal. Sometimes people fell sick, but life was going on peacefully. Then one day, the villagers discovered a strange idol under an old tree. The idol had no legs, and its ears were unusually large. Soon, a village meeting was held. Everyone thought it might be an ancient idol. Maybe there was once a temple there that had been destroyed over time. Finally, the villagers decided that the idol should be worshipped. As soon as the worship began, the village started changing. The thefts stopped. Sick people began to recover. Everyone believed that some divine blessing had come to the village. But this peace did not last long. Some time later, a wandering monk arrived in the village. He was traveling. But the moment he reached the tree, he felt that something was terribly wrong. The monk carefully examined the idol, but he could not understand who it belonged to. He checked the scriptures he carried with him. He opened ancient texts and read sacred mantras. But there was no mention of this idol anywhere. No god, no spirit, no known being. The monk became worried and told the village chief, "I have searched all my scriptures, but there is no mention of this idol, and the things that are not written in sacred texts are rarely good." But because everything in the village seemed to be going well, the chief ignored his warning. A few days later, the chief had a terrifying dream. In the dream, he saw people from the village hanging from the tree. Then suddenly, a demon appeared before him. The demon had round white eyes and a weak human-like body. The chief woke up in fear, but he convinced himself it was just a nightmare. The next morning, shocking news spread through the village. 5 members of one family had died. No one knew how. A few days later, the chief had the same dream again. But this time, the demon looked more powerful and more terrifying. Now he saw 4 members of another family hanging from the tree. And the next morning, they were found dead as well. Now the chief was certain that this was not just a dream. He immediately went to the monk and told him everything. He explained how the same demon appeared in his dreams and how every time someone died in the village afterward. The monk finally understood the truth. He said, "This idol does not belong to any god. It belongs to a demon, and your worship is making it stronger." The villagers quickly decided that the idol must be buried back into the ground. They performed prayers, rituals, and a sacred fire ceremony. Then they buried the idol beneath the tree. For some time, the village became peaceful again. But the fear never truly disappeared. One day, the villagers noticed strange marks on the ground near the buried idol. It looked as if something beneath the earth was trying to come out. And then one morning, the villagers saw the idol again. It had come back out of the ground, and now everyone in the village knew. This was no longer something they could control.